Hi guys, welcome back to WD18, the Watford fan channel for a match review. We haven't done one of these in a while. Can't remember the last time I did one. Normally Shane's doing the previews, the reviews. And I thought, why not do one for the Coventry game on Tuesday? We didn't do fan cams in the end. I know a couple of people are away, so I really apologise about that. A few complications with a couple of things. But we'll be back. Next home game will be Arsenal. So we'll be back for Arsenal at home to do the fan cams. Welcome to everyone who's watching the stream. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little review from Tuesday's 3-0 win against Coventry. Sees us progress through to the third round of the Carabao Cup. We'll face Swansea City at home, which is a pretty good tie. Obviously, the Ben Wilmot derby. Someone who's on loan at Swansea at the moment. Kind of robbing him of valuable game time, actually, because he did feature in their last game, I believe, in the Carabao Cup. So he won't be able to play in that one unless there's some sort of agreement we don't know about. But yeah, Ben Wilmot won't be able to feature in that game, which is a bit of a shame for him because obviously we want to continue his development, get as much game time as possible ahead of coming back for the 2021 season. But yeah, no, enough of that. Let's look at Coventry on Tuesday. 3-0 win, very comfortable win in the end. First clean sheet of the season. And it was just good to get back to winning ways. I came out of the Enquiries with a feel-good factor back because obviously we've had a difficult start to the Premier League season. Brighton, Everton and West Ham, we've conceded 7 goals, scored 1. Not been a good start to the Premier League season. And actually, it's relieved a bit of pressure for Javi getting the win on Tuesday. It was a much-needed win, actually. He set up with a strong side, and we'll have a look at the lineup first. Set up with Gomez in goal, Fulke for his debut, Kabasele, Mariappa, Janmaat at left back, which is an interesting one. However, when we got to the ground, we saw Fulke actually play as a left back. Obviously, he might be a bit more comfortable than Janmaat on the left-hand side. 4 in midfield of Sarr, Keena, Chalobah and Pereira. And then obviously Success and Welbeck up front. That kind of seemed to switch about because at times I saw Success on the left-hand side and then Pereira drift into the middle and almost go for a 4-4-1-1, and Pereira went into a more central areas. But yeah, no, I thought it was a pretty strong lineup. The only criticism I'd have with that lineup that Javi put out was probably the goalkeeper. I would have played Daniel Bachmann instead of Gomez. Gomez is 38 years old now, not getting any younger. Daniel Bachmann had a really good loan at Kilmarnock last year. And will be thinking to himself, how am I going to get any game time at Watford if I can't get ahead of Aurelio Gomez? So I was a bit frustrated to see Daniel Bachmann on the bench actually because he's a very good goalkeeper and really he's next in line to take over from Foster because as I said, Gomez is on a 1-year contract. He's going to leave at the end of the season. We thought it would be last season. He's going to leave this season definitely. But Daniel Bachmann deserves a start, and I know a lot of Watford fans were quite frustrated to not see Daniel Bachmann in between the sticks. But yeah, no, overall, a pretty strong lineup, and I was really happy going into the game. 3 goals to talk about, of course. Ismaila Sarr making his full debut anyway. Obviously, we've seen him feature off the bench. A really, really well taken goal, actually. I think a lot of praise has to go to Isaac Success for that through ball. Really, really well weighted. Didn't have to break stride. Ismaila Sarr went through on goal and a tidy finish. And great to open his Watford account, actually. It was a perfect game for him against former Watford man Brandon Mason, who actually got injured, I think, towards the end of the first half. But he was running him ragged, and we saw Ismaila Sarr's pace. His touch looked a little bit, what's the word? Maybe not as fine-tuned just as of yet. But I think we've got to take into account he's had two weeks of holiday. He came into Watford on deadline day. And this is kind of like his pre-season, really. He hasn't actually had a full pre-season. He was at the African Cup of Nations, went on holiday for 2 weeks, and he's come back and joined Watford. And actually, he's only featured a couple of times off the bench, of course. And then, obviously, on commentary, he got a full stint, which is really good to see. Another person who played 90 minutes was Danny Welbeck, someone who I thought, just to see him out on there on the pitch and getting a full 90 minutes is so important for him. He had a massive injury at Arsenal. He's had injury problems throughout his time at United and Arsenal. And seeing him in a Watford shirt playing 90 minutes is fantastic. And I thought he did pretty well, made some good runs. I think he was frustrated at times that the likes of Sarr didn't find him. But I thought, yeah, he covered himself in a lot of glory, to be fair, and he didn't show up. He looked pretty good, looked pretty sharp actually. Danny Welbeck. Yeah, in terms of the other goals, Daryl Janmaat in the second half, it seems like Daryl Janmaat only scores good goals. Twice against Chelsea, I remember he did a really, I think it was 2016-17, he scored a great goal at Stamford Bridge, and then obviously at home, under Javi in the 2017-18 season at home. He loves going forward, and again, found himself in the 18-yard box and a great finish into the top right-hand corner. And obviously the one that stole the show was Adalberto Penaranda, who came on in the second half. And looked pretty tidy actually. I know we don't want to get too carried away with ourselves because obviously it is only Coventry. No disrespect to Coventry, but they are only, then they're a couple of leagues below us. We don't want to pretend like they're a really difficult opposition. However, Penaranda looked really good actually. Nice touches. Looked sharp, a lot sharper than I thought he'd be. And that finish was absolutely superb. And I actually don't think the camera angles did it any glory in the stands, especially at Vicarage Road. Really great effort. And I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, superb finish from Penaranda, who looked bright when he came on. Standout performers, I thought, obviously, actually, we'll start with Isaac's success. 2 assists to his name. It gets a lot of critics, Isaac, but I thought he played really well. The weight of pass of the first goal was tremendous. And really kind of settled the nerves actually. And I thought Isaac's success played a really good role. I know sometimes he goes down a little bit too easily, and that is frustrating. And we're all the same Watford fans. We just think, mate, just stay on your feet. You're a really decent player. Physically, he's fantastic. Just sometimes just lacks a little bit of awareness. But I thought on Tuesday he was pretty good, and 2 assists to his names is good as well. On the opposite side, Ismail Assar, as I said, looked a little bit rusty at times with his touch. However, to get a goal to his name, looked dangerous down the right hand side, extremely quick. I mean, he's so quick. He looked good as well. I thought Domingos Quina had a good game. Chalobah, I thought was okay. Hasn't got 9. Well, good to get a full game under his belt as well. I just don't know whether he'll be the same after his injury. Probably a little bit too early to tell. 24 years of age. He's still got time, but it was good to see him back out there. And obviously, Daryl Janmaat, I think he has actually got a start on Saturday over Kiko. I thought, yeah, Daryl Janmaat did really well, considering he was playing left back and then switched to right back. He was supposed to be playing left back, but obviously then he played right back in the end, and Fulke played left back. Fulke was okay, I thought. Daryl Janmaat on that right back, yeah, he looked solid. And I know Coventry didn't pose much of a threat. However, having said that, I thought going forward he just offered a little bit more and just looked a bit more comfortable on the ball. And I would like to see him play on Saturday against his former club, Newcastle. Have we covered everything there? Obviously, good to see Brandon Mason back at Vicarage Road, coming back with Coventry. Shame he got injured, but yeah, it was good to see him back. I actually thought the Coventry fans were absolutely fantastic on Tuesday. Came in their numbers and made a tremendous noise, which, I haven't heard in a long time at Vicarage Road, so full praise to them. So that's out of the way. 3-0 win against Coventry. Yeah, I don't think it could have gone much better, really. Had you said before the game, 3-0 win, clean sheet. I think I did a tweet on it. I was like, 3-0 win, clean sheet, Sar's first goal, Welbeck plays 90 minutes. Obviously, Dele Bashiru's debut as well, which is really good to see. Could have had a dream start to his Watford career had he put his chance away. And obviously, Penaranda scored a great goal as well. So, yeah, couldn't have gone much better on Tuesday. I think it relieved a bit of pressure for Javi going into Newcastle this coming Saturday. And yeah, changes I would make for Newcastle. My lineup, I think Shane will be doing a preview tomorrow, but a couple of players I think are definitely in contention. Ismail Assar, I think, has got to start. I think Daryl Janmaat needs to come in for Kiko. Potentially Domingos Quina as well. I think Sarr will come in for Hughes. I think Janmaat will come in for Feminina. I could see Quina coming in for Cleverley. And potentially going for a 3 in midfield. Could go 4-3-3. Play Delafay on one side, Sarr on the other, Gray through the middle, and then have a midfield 3 of Capoue, Doucouré and Quina. Daryl Janmaat comes in at right back. Will Javi change up the 2 centre-backs in Dawson and Cathcart? We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure he will. I thought Kabasele looked pretty good. I thought Maps did decent as well. But is he willing? I don't know. I think he probably should change it. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. But yeah, no, I'll have a look at your comments now. It'll be interesting. I think the back line is probably where a lot of questions will be asked. I think Javi does need to kind of, change it around a little bit. It's a huge game on Saturday. As I said, it relieved pressure on Tuesday, which was good for Javi, because had we lost on Tuesday, could he have been sacked then? I don't think so. I think they would have waited for Newcastle. But I don't think the situation changes massively just because we won on Tuesday. That's just my personal thoughts. I do think if he loses on Saturday, he will go. Just because of the start we made to the Premier League season. We know how Duxbury and the Potsos operate. And looking at our September coming up, we've got the likes of Arsenal, City, Wolves, I think United in November as well. It's one of those where it could quite easily spiral out of control if we do lose on Saturday. I think it's a huge game for Watford. It really is. A huge game for Javi, and I do think his job's on the line, which is quite sad to say, really, because I think we all love Javi. I think he's an absolutely fantastic bloke. But in terms of our form at the moment, 4 losses on the bounce, just saying if we do lose on Saturday, that isn't good enough. So, big game on Saturday for Javi and for Watford too, to get our first points on the board. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Charlie said, Foster, Yanmat, Cabasele, Mariappa, Holebas, Pereira, Capu, Chalobah, Saar, Delafay, Welbeck, 4-3-3. I agree with the formation, mate. It'll be interesting to see about personnel. Hughes, yeah, not a good one on Saturday. That ball by success, yeah, fantastic. Yanmat has to start, agreed, Sean. Drop Delafay, I'm not sure about that one. Keener is sick, yeah, I agree. Cabasele for Dawson, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, Simon, Sky Sports reporting club is fully behind Javi. It's that dreaded vote of confidence, really. When owners come out and say we're backing Javi 100%, that isn't always a good thing, and kind of leads to a sacking, which I hope isn't the case. I don't want Javi to be sacked. However, I can't see it not happening if we lose on Saturday, is my point. Peñaranda is not match fit. Could we potentially see him on the bench? We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, a lot of support for Javi on Tuesday, which is really good to see. I think what fans have got behind him. We all want the best for Watford Football Club. I think Javi certainly does. Yeah, it's just the run we've been on. You know, we lost the last. Well, we haven't won the last 4 games of last season. We then lost the final. Then lost the first 3 games of this season. Just not been a good start. And if we lose on Saturday, I think it's tough to defend him, really. That's nothing against him. I just think it's got to the point to say if we did lose on Saturday, I think it's for a separate video, but if we lose on Saturday, I'd be very surprised if he did stay. But of course, we want to win on Saturday. We want him to keep his job, hopefully. Going into a tough September, as we mentioned. But yeah, that was it, really. I don't want it to turn into a Q&A, really. But yeah, that was my quick match review of Coventry. Good win. Good to get back to winning ways. First clean sheet of the season. 3 goals scored. Great to see Saar. Great to see Danny Welbeck playing 90 minutes. Chalobah as well. Only one criticism really would have been that Backman played instead of Gomez. Apart from that, pretty solid. Very happy with the lineup in general. Apart from that one position. Big game at Newcastle on Saturday. Shane will be with a preview tomorrow, so make sure you do look out for that. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like. And make sure you turn on your post notifications. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.